going to turn the conversation now to nutrition. As I said in the intro, it's just as important as the mileage, but it's often a forgotten aspect of running, or it's neglected if not forgotten. People are focused on getting the mileage in, but not fueling their body for the mileage. So let's talk basics about that. It's difficult to get it right. What are the most important aspects of nutrition that you pass on to athletes, be they elite or back of pack runners?
Right, okay, so once again, let's go back to the long run in training. I like to have a two-pronged approach to that in terms of nutrition. So on some of those long runs, I like to advise athletes to do as much of it as they can with just drinking water during the run, and maybe some carbohydrate supplements towards the end. And the idea there is to teach the body to use fat more efficiently as a fuel, and that's going to help you on race day. On the other hand, on race day, you want to be as fast and effective and as efficient as possible. And the best way of doing that is to get some carbohydrate intake during the race itself. It's no good training only on water and then just suddenly drinking a carbohydrate-containing drink, Powerade, which is going to be on the course, or Coke, and expect your stomach to handle that well. You're going to probably end up feeling nauseous. It might not be that well tolerated at all. So you need to practice that as well in training. So my advice would be some runs where you drink mostly water during your long training runs, and some long training runs where you drink what is going to be out on the route on the day. So drink Powerade, experiment with it, see if it works for you. Try the Coke if you haven't already tried it, see which you prefer. Maybe on race day you can use both. Drink Powerade some of the tables, drink Coke from some of the other tables, but you'd need carbohydrate during the race itself. But going back to where you started with the question from nutrition from the training point of view, so that's what my advice would be in terms of fluid ingestion during training. The other thing during training is in a sort of a more global way. Just make sure that you're ingesting enough carbohydrates generally, and especially the faster runners. The slower runners, when they are training, they're running at a slower pace, and the use of fat is better then, and they don't rely maybe quite so much on carbohydrate. But the faster paced runners, the ones that we were talking about that are going for times and goals and so on, they burn much more carbohydrate during those training runs. And in order to be able to keep on repeating it week after week after week, they need to keep their carbohydrate stores intact. It's like taking your car on a long journey. You don't want the fuel tank to run dry. So you need to keep on refueling on the way on your journey. And so it is with training. You need to keep your carbohydrate intake high enough that you keep your stores of carbohydrate in the muscle, like your car's fuel tank, as full as possible, so you can do those faster, harder training sessions.